Hi everyone, I'm Ferdinand the Carpet Stacker and welcome to my video review series called Game Points, where I check out a game really quick and get my thoughts on it. And the next game I'm going to take a look at is called Time Bomb Evolution. This is from Yellow and it's a social deduction game. In the game you'll be put in two different teams, either on Sherlock's team, which is the blue team, and then the red team is Moriarty. And the goal for each team is the blue team is going to try to defuse the bomb before Moriarty's team either lets the bomb go off or they happen to explode the bomb. You receive a hand of 5 cards you get to look at, but you have to then randomly shuffle them and put them on the table. So you know what cards they are, but you know exactly where they are on the table. One person will go first. They have this nifty wire cutter and they're going to cut one of the cards, flipping them over. So with the wire cutters, you're going to cut one of another player's card in front of them that hasn't been cut yet. So you'll flip it over. If it's a bomb card, well, that's okay for now. If there happens to be 4 cards that has been cut of the same color that are these bomb cards, then the bomb goes off and the Moriarty's team would win. What Sherlock's trying to do is trying to cut these diffuse cards. These are the cards that they want, and if you're able to cut enough equal to the number of players in the game, they get to win. And the game also includes the evolution variant, where this time the bombs, which are in different colors, have different effects in them and they have the different behaviors in the game. While the diffusing wire can't stop those, except some of the bombs themselves, they don't diffuse, or they can even explode earlier. So that was a quick look at Time Bomb Evolution. Yellow has put in a great line games of these mini games. These are the smaller box ones, and they're always great quality. The components are great. The art is wonderful in there. It's something that's easy to teach. It doesn't take a lot of time. I really enjoy how this one is, and this is certainly one that fits in, and even when it's a social deduction game. And speaking of social deduction games, it's not a game genre I'm very keen on, especially games like Werewolf, Resistance, or even Battlestar Galactica. I tend to do like, if it's social deduction game, I tend to do like the smaller scale ones, something that also gives you a bit more information as well, not purely on the social aspects of it. This one does fit the bill for me. It has some information that you can throw out there, or something you can stick onto somebody, keep them thinking that way. It's also doesn't take a lot of time, and also the way the game paces, or at least it's turn-based as well, because you're able to pass the wire cards to somebody. They have to do something in there. They have to make a choice. Since this game has 2 sides, so I'll talk about each of them. First of all, the Moriarty side, as the bad guys, they're trying to deceive the Sherlock team, and it's kind of cool that you're trying to kind of put out there like, oh, how many things you have, or do I have this number of colors. So you can say, oh, because there's only 5 different bomb cards in the game. So it's like, oh, you got 2 oranges, and that guy also has 2 oranges. So who's really lying in there? Also, you want them to, or at least you want the good guys to maybe even pick on you, or at least they have to. Then you get a turn. Then you can go ahead and try to hopefully cause havoc into the game and win that way. And on the side of Sherlock, you're trying to think of people you can kind of trust on the information on. If you can't really trust in the information on, you have to go with the probability side of things, of what do you know you have in front of you and what's really out there, and kind of deduce, this person's telling you the truth, this person maybe not, but there could be a diffuser and you have to cut it. And it's a hard choice, because if you do cut it on their side and you flip a card, no matter what it is, they get the turn, and now they have to, they're going to cut one of the wires that may end up you losing the game. On the other side of things, if this is a game that kind of bothers you, where the bad guys have the edge, they do have the edge in there. There's more ways to winning for them versus the good guys, because there's only one way to winning them. For me, that doesn't really bother me. It's something that I think that makes the game interesting. Now, with the variant of game, as I said, I don't like it as much. The you're only playing with a couple of the cards in there. Not well, not a couple of the sets of the cards. Each player will be a set that you have to put in there. But also explaining the game, something that's simple. I think I like keeping it simple for these kind of games, but you have to explain some extra effects and extra rules in there. And one of the bigger things that get me is there's no reference sheet, so there's no quick reference, something to just quickly look at. It's only a small little rulebook. The rulebook and the variant is on separate things. That's not too bad, but I wish there was a card to just quickly reference some of the stuff that can be inside the game. So that was my game points for Time Bomb Evolution. So as social deduction games go, I'm not very keen on that kind of genre of gaming, but with Time Bomb, it's something that's short, that is easy to explain, it doesn't take very much time. It's something I like, it fits the bill, and for me, as a social deduction game that has a little bit more into it, not just for the social aspects for it, this is something I think is excellent. Also with the variant, even though it's nothing I enjoy so much, it's in there if you want some more effects and chaos in your game. So a really neat game from Yellow. Come follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and check out our website, thecardboardstacker.com. I'm Ferdinand the Cardboard Stacker, reminding you to keep on stacking games.